I keep looking at things around me going, you're looking a little crazy in the background. I really try to make sure my background doesn't look quite so crazy. I don't mind y'all seeing like my skincare or anything. But like open drawers, that's just, come on now, Louise. You can do better than that. Okay. So next up on, I guess I'm calling this the 2020 reset. This has been in my head and I've been meaning to talk about it. Is negativity in our lives. And I want to speak on one particular aspect of negativity in our lives. And what I want to talk about is the negativity we give ourselves. Because, we could talk about how people are so negative and they say terrible things to us. But the real culprit of the negativity in our lives, the strongest culprit, is what we say to ourselves. And I struggle with this all the time. That internal conversation we have with ourselves that is so negative, that is always saying, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you don't know what you're doing. All those things, all that baggage that sits inside of our head. Now, yes, a lot of it stems from other people or other circumstances or the outside world, but the reality is that we must stop speaking to ourselves so negatively in order for us to find some way to just be happy with ourselves and to actually do the things we want to do. Because I truly believe the negative inner conversations we have with ourselves holds us back from so many things, holds us back from the life that we really want to live, holds us back from some of the happiness we could be having because of the self-doubt, the recriminations, the self-loathing that we honestly have. And I promise y'all, this is like one of my struggles, is not speaking to myself without love. Because I think that I don't speak lovingly to myself. I see all my faults and that's all I see, sometimes. And I stay and I'm in my head, all I'm doing is going what I'm not doing right, or what isn't working right, or how I'm not as good as I thought I was, or any of those things. And so I'm saying this because think about how the thoughts that run through your mind, that inner conversation, and think about how many times you speak negatively to yourself. And I am going to be trying to shift that negative conversation with myself to a positive one. Instead of saying that, God, look at how fat you look at this, look at, what I'm saying, you gained so much weight. Instead of saying those things to myself, say, you're still you're a pretty woman, you got curves, things like that. Say those things and start moving in the direction of doing the things that I need to do to get where I want to be. Because I think that sometimes by saying these negative things to ourselves, we can never ever change them. Those are the things we want to change, and we can never change them because we're so busy harping on the negative and not seeing the positive. Like not saying, you know what, you fluffy, but you look cute in your clothes, or you know what you did today, girl, you walked 30 minutes, good to go, let's do that again. Instead of going, yeah, I did today, but am I gonna do it tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? So I really am trying to get out of the habit of speaking to myself poorly, and not with love, lovingly, like, and letting go of some of that negative baggage that I'm carrying personally, because the world doesn't bother me that much. I honestly don't care what the world thinks of me on many levels, but what I think of myself is the one that's the most important. And sometimes I don't think of myself as highly or as with as much love as I think I should. So if this resonates with you, go ahead and let's dialogue about it in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Is this something that you deal with? I know I'm not alone, because so many things that happen, we're never alone. We just think we are. So this is a 2020 reset. So right now, if you find this is who you are, let's start to try to shift that conversation with ourselves. Let's work on, when you hear yourself saying something negative to yourself, stop, and shift that statement to a positive one. And write down positive things about yourself. Positive affirmations do work, and I think I've gotten away from them, but they do work, and so let's shift our mindset about ourselves. Let's love ourselves. Let's love on ourselves more within our heads, within our thoughts, within our minds. Let's love on ourselves more. All right, so that's it for this part of the 2020 reset. Don't forget, when you hear yourself speaking negative to yourself, make a shift and work towards saying something positive in that mindset. Take that negative statement and shift it to a positive one about yourself, and start to love on yourself more. All right, that's it for today. You all have a great day. Talk to you later.